Okay, Coach, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you look inside of New Era Field in Orchard Park. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
You're gonna sign 56 right there, 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now Darnold. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Tyler Newsome now.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. You don't know no better. Pass 85.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Crunch time, defense. Mike's 54.
Allen gonna throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Allen. He's able to find Wallace. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. It's coming this way. Here we go.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be
and it's a touchdown for the Jets from 17 yards out. And the Jets will extend their lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Isaiah McKenzie that time, and it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense, because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Darnold, and he fires one incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, and it's third down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 22.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Oh, this is blocked. This is going the other way. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry, it's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's why I was just going to say first quarter. We'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing on first down is Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They'll come up now with a clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first. Allen will try again on 2nd down. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Hey, wahoo!
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. It's taken to the 26. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
56, right there, 56. Let's go, D. Red 80. Go.
On 1st and 10, Darnold goes underneath for Bell. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold, and he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Again, Darnold. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Nowhere nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd and long. Allen. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 39. A big play here for Buffalo. 47 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 2nd and 12, Allen. And his throw here is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack. And Darnold, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
9 yards on the gain there, and it's going to bring up a tough 3rd and 7. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Now Cook. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike's partner. Hey, 5-7. 59. Mike's 59. Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Allen. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Our first update now comes from Atlanta. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Brings up second and a yard at the 40-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time. Got that.
Darnold.
Let's get off the field.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm.
You got tight right there. Come on, it's tight.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. As the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to pour it on. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30.
Is good. Makes the score Jets 30, Bills nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. Not a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Let's get it.
To throw again on second down. Allen, that one into the hands of Thielen, complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at about the 31. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Play action. Now it's Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And they're on the tackle, Shaq Lawson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll go again with Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down. It's Bell, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Johnson, and an alley to run, and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field, and all the way in, touchdown, New York. Kerryon Johnson, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Jets 44, Bills nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10.
All 52.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Under 10. Under, young lady.
To throw is Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 15.
Let's go.
And here's Allen operating from the gun. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Go, son. 49's the mic. 49's the mic. Here we go.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Jets on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Wallace. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
To the air, Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills are able to make things a bit more respectable. Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Jets on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Johnson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
First down, Jets.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
He's not going to get me.
On the ground, this is Johnson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Watch the run, watch the run.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
X3, 218, chopper. Whip, whip, whip. Watch the whip. Deuce, 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 deuce. 80. Hey, check 24, check 24. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check 80. Check 99, check 99.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Jets first down.
Here goes side. 49's the mic, 49's the mic. Get him, get him, get him. There we go.
Today's final score, Jets.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points,